The following is from an interview with Diana Koss, an HIV patient from birth, and her experiences.
And that being said, growing up with it, I think there's some term I would coin that's just called more internal stigma. So I think for me, what it felt like looking back, it's like I'm grieving that I'll never have a life without HIV. And I was convincing myself that why would someone want me if they could just have a girl without HIV? So I think I kind of psyched myself out, or it was like fearing rejection before it happened. Um, and I think that's how my perception of HIV was. I was convinced that other people would see it the way I see it, like disgusting, or yeah, you don't want anything to do with it, or contagious, or dirty, or whatever. Um, I think that's why it was hard for me to open up to friends, to partners. So I wouldn't tell them maybe sometimes. I knew U equals U was existing, but I didn't think it was an issue if I did not tell them. Um, because, yeah, I feel like once I told them, then they could judge me or they could reject me. It wasn't until like a few years later where I had a lot of more partner experiences and whatnot, and I just realized no one actually really cared about the fact that I was born with it or I have it. And for me, it was this I really just wanted to see what my partner saw in me. I wish I could see how, like, look through their eyes of me. And um, yeah, I couldn't get there myself. And I mean, it's very cliche and cheesy, but there is this concept of accepting and loving yourself.
Yeah.
And no matter how many times someone could tell me, I'm okay, I'm fine, there's nothing wrong with me, my partner's telling me I don't care, like, it literally plays no role. It doesn't matter how many times I get that input. It's me that has to believe it for myself to really express that as well. So it took like many, many years for me and partner experiences to realize actually I'm fine and this really doesn't matter. That was such a game changer for me.
What made you start wanting to like having your own self like conception of it and like what you're like, I'm like this is just me as a being. But what made you want to share it like on the internet, like on YouTube?
I think we were during COVID times, so I think people had a lot of time to reflect. And prior to that, I did have a bad experience where I didn't tell a partner, and then when I did, I mean, he found out in a weird way. It just like really blew up, and he kind of told me if it really isn't a big deal, why couldn't you have just told me earlier? And I kind of had to sit with that and be like, yeah, actually, if it really isn't a big deal, then why didn't I? So that was an eye opener. And the reason I decided to open up about it really publicly was, I mean, first I wanted to make an impact in the sense like I had so many experiences and stories and I'm not alone. But then on top of that, when I was younger, or especially with this experience too, if you go online on Reddit or something, I don't have like a support or like friends with HIV where I'm like, I don't know what to do in this situation. But I'm a lurker. I wouldn't post anything. But if I saw other people post, like, I didn't tell my partner, what should I do now? It's absolutely horrible how people respond. And they're just like, you should go kill yourself. This is not okay. Like, you should be ashamed. And it's just funny how the internet does not reflect your personal life and what's actually happening in your own reality. Because if I told my friends these stories of like what I'm going through, they would kind of say, wow, this guy's really overreacting in a way, in this particular situation I had. But it just made me realize like I wanted to become a face of someone who maybe made mistakes or this is what it looks like to be living with it and it's not that scary. And I just wanted to, yeah, I think for me it was just I really wanted to be the face of someone and give someone inspiration or hope and show, yeah, we're not perfect, we're human, and this is what it can look like. And this is how we can tell partners because I also had my stumbles and it took a while to figure out how do you tell someone or
Yeah.
because you don't have so many chances to tell people. It's not like you have 100 tries like a job interview. Yeah, so I just wanted to be the face of someone who has it.
I think it's really great. Like I looking through it, there's not a lot. Like when I was trying to do research on people that have it and are very outspoken about like their condition, it was like not a lot of people, or if it was like people that were very like, yeah, I have it, but like standoffish in a way about it and not like this is just a condition, like it doesn't define me as who I am. Or
Yeah.
people will take it in a very like commercial sense. Like they'll make it like a way like crazier thing than just like having the condition in a sense. Like do you know I feel like I'm not expressing it the way I need to, but like
No, it's gosh, there's this really great book. I think it's called The Happiness Advantage or something. And it kind of, the author is someone who had Tourette's or something where he couldn't control some behavior. And it was interesting because the more attention he put on it, the more he went into this anxiety loop, and people start to notice that he's uncomfortable with what he has. And his main message from that book was the more attention you put to something, the more you allow others to put attention to it. And that's how I saw the HIV thing. Like, the more I dwelled on the fact that I'm HIV positive, or the more attention I put to it, or the more I felt sad for myself, the more I allow other people to feel that way about me, and put myself in this shoebox or something, or I put myself in this container of someone who has HIV. But if I present it to someone like, yeah, I'm living with it, it's just a part of me, I just take this medication, but then I'm also this person who's Diana, I do these sports, I do this work, then they see that person and they just see HIV as a part of me and something that shaped me, but not this dwelling thing. Recording stopped.
sorry. I'll set it again, but
Recording in progress.
so sorry about that. But yes, continue. My apologies.
I think that was pretty much it. Just, yeah, it's how you present it, and that's how people are going to perceive it.
Have you been seeing any of the new like innovations with HIV treatment, like the shot you can get for like the biannual, like I think it's called like gonna gonna something. I don't know. It's something where you get it twice a year, and it's supposed to like. I'm gonna remember if I don't move the lights turn off.
Oh no!
My apologies, but yeah, it's like venom sunflower or something. Like, have you seen?
Yes, I'm not so deeply in it because I don't do science in the HIV world, but I do know that there are monthly injection shots now for treatment. But recording stopped.
It's okay.
No.
I'm recording it on my phone as well, like the audio, so it's fine.
Okay. Should we continue, or do you want to re-record it?
I'll re-record it, I guess. I'll have
recording in progress.
Sorry. Okay, continue.
So weird. Yes, I mean, yeah, I've heard a little bit about it, but I'm not so in it that I don't want to say anything in case I mess it up. But they have also developed some kind of, it's also not one pill a day, but also these monthly injectables or once every 6 months or something. And this is really a game changer because I think the problem is adherence to a routine. It's really difficult for people if they're not used to it to take a pill daily, and you really have to stick to it. So if you have to just do something once every 6 months and you're protected, this is awesome.
Yeah. And then my last question is just like your experience because I saw that you're from California, but now you're getting your PhD in Germany. Was there like a big like shock of like moving to a different country with like, did this having HIV affect anything with like, was it a different recording stopped? I'm so sorry. Recording in progress. Was there a different idea of HIV in Germany compared to California, or was it like never brought up at all?
Like, how is stigma in comparison to Germany and America? So first off, I have to say, it's super easy and affordable and attainable, accessible to get medication here in Germany. It's way cheaper because we have like the universal health care. So that's really nice. And treatment has been easy as well. In terms of stigma, I think it's been more or less the same. I mean, I've I have to say, I've also never really had issues with the HIV thing. But I do have to say, I think what's interesting is herpes and how that's viewed. I think Americans, or at least where I'm from in California, I actually went to UC Berkeley, so
Actually,
yeah, I'm from the Bay. But I think there's
Recording stopped.
I'll give up trying. I have it on my phone.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
okay. I think there's such a harsh stigma if someone has a cold sore. It's really just herpes on the lips, and it's kind of viewed as disgusting or gross. Whereas in Germany, actually, most of the population has it. So doctors say you don't have to disclose that you have herpes because most likely that person has it anyway. Um, and from my experiences, if I had a cold sore or someone else does, it's just very treated lightly in a conversation, like, oh, I can't share a drink because I have a cold sore. Moving on, and like, oh, do you have this cream? Like, can I help you with anything? And it's just seen as a skin condition, um, and not as this gross, disgusting beast, would say.
The US is very STD like with it. Like it's
Yeah,
very like even
exactly.
in high school, it's like when you take like health classes or whatever, they're very aggressive with like how they present them. But
Yeah,
I think to a certain condition and to a certain point, it's just the human condition. If you are living and you are out in the world, it's like you're gonna get something. It's like you would never say someone with the flu, like because they went to a party and got the flu, is it like disgusting? So
yeah, and it's crazy because also with herpes, I mean, there's herpes down there in the genital area, but then also on the lips. But I mean, when we're young and we go to a club and party and just
you live
kiss
your
random
life, yeah.
strangers, you literally could get herpes from someone, like just from that or mono or something, you know? And I mean, that is the risk. Like, you could get chlamydia, you could get gonorrhea. Um, it's just like if you do that, you have to be aware that there is risk. And that's okay for you.
I ask that you please excuse some of the technical difficulties. My Zoom video kept going in and out.